I'm Dr. Karen.
And I'm Dr. Desiree, and this is your A+ Care tip of the day.
Today we're going to be talking about the glutes. The glutes are really important muscles that help you stabilize when you're walking, they help you with balance, and they also help you with activities such as lifting. And over time, if your glutes are gonna be weak, then they can cause problems in other body parts to overcompensate. So it's very common that, for example, the low back or knee tend to overcompensate for glute weakness, and then you can start developing pain in those areas. So we don't want that. So it's gonna be really important to keep your glutes nice and strong. Today we're gonna have Desiree as our patient, and we're gonna show you a couple exercises to really help target the glutes and do some easy exercises at home. We're gonna start out with lying on the side. So Desiree, you're gonna lie on your right side. You're gonna bend both knees, perfect. You want the knees to be nice and aligned, so kind of one knee stacked on top of the other, heels together, and then you don't wanna be rolling back or forward too much. You really just wanna be right in the center. Perfect. Now, the first exercise is called the clamshell. You may have heard of it. It's a very common exercise to help target the glute muscles. So what we're gonna do is keep the heels together, and you're gonna lift your top knee up, good, and down. Now, the common mistake that I see with this is as you lift the leg, you start rolling back. So we do not want that, because that means you're not using your glutes at all, and all you are is just rotating your back and hips. So it's very important to keep your hips forward. Perfect, just like that. Sometimes it also helps doing this against a wall, so the wall will block you from rolling back. Perfect. How does it feel?
I can feel it.
Good. And where you should feel this is in the middle of the glute area, right outside of the hip. Perfect. And you should aim for about 10 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets, depending on how you're feeling. And then we're just gonna do it on one side, but at home, of course, we always wanna do everything on both sides to make it nice and equal. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to the next exercise, which is gonna be the hip abduction. So all you're gonna do, you're gonna keep the bottom leg where it is, and you're gonna straighten out the top leg, and you want to bring the leg back so that it's in line with your body. Perfect. And keeping the foot flexed, you're gonna lift your leg up towards the ceiling, good, and down. Again, it's really important not to roll forward, not to roll back, and not to bring the leg forward either, because then you're not really getting the glutes as much. So again, it's very important, keep the leg in line with the body. Perfect, and then same thing, you're gonna do about 10 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets. And if you feel some burning and soreness in there, that's what we're going for. Then you know the changes are happening. Perfect. And now we're gonna show you one more exercise. We're gonna turn on your back for this next one, and this is called the bridging. Again, you may have heard of this. This is also a great exercise for the gluteus maximus and hamstrings. So you're gonna bring your feet about hip width apart. Good. And you can kind of dig in through the heel a little bit. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna squeeze your glutes and start peeling off the spine off of the mat, the bed, the floor, wherever it is you're doing it. Good. Just up to the top where you feel like you can't really go any higher, and you're feeling a nice squeeze in the bottom and down. Good. And again. I like digging through the heels because it really helps activate the glutes even more. Good. You feeling that? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Same thing, 10 times, 2 to 3 sets, nice and slow. You don't want to go too fast because then your back ends up taking over. You want to do nice and controlled and make sure you're really squeezing your glutes the whole time. Perfect. Now, if you're up for a little challenge, what we're going to do is show you how to do all of these exercises with a TheraBand. You can either use a TheraBand like this, or they have the loops, and we're gonna put this above the knees. Now that we have our TheraBand above the knees, we're gonna show you how to go through the same exercises with the band. So for the bridging, same thing. You're gonna start with your feet slightly hip width apart. Perfect. And you're gonna squeeze the glutes, lift up slowly. You wanna peel off one level spine at a time. Perfect. And down. Nice and controlled. So this really helps target multiple glute muscles at the same time by activating the glute medius as well as the maximus. Good. And again, about 10 times, 2 to 3 sets would be great. Perfect. Good. Now we're gonna have Desiree turn on her side and we'll show you how to do the clamshell with the band. So again, her knees are nice and stacked right on top of each other. Heels are together and she's gonna lift the top leg up without rolling back. Good. Now it's gonna be a little more challenging with the band, so you might not be able to go as high, but that's okay as long as you're still feeling it on the outside of the hip. Perfect. How is that? You feeling it?
I definitely feel this one.
Yeah. A little band makes a big difference. Perfect. And then for the next one, for the last one, the hip abduction, you're just gonna straighten your top leg. And same thing, you're gonna lift up towards the ceiling. Good. Keep the foot flexed. Excellent. Keep the leg in line with your body. Perfect. And again, you should feel that in your glute area. You feeling it?
Yeah, I think I need to do these more often.
We all do. Okay. Perfect. Good. Take a rest. And that is your A+ tip of the day.